Okay, welcome to Module 4, Discussion 1. We're going to take a moment here and in this brief discussion to bring all of the previous concepts together in one cohesive thought. So we're going to reiterate those concepts and tie them all together for you to be able to kind of streamline the thought and the ideas. So let's get started. A resilient farm plan integrates livestock, crops, and ecological processes to create a self-sustaining system that enhances soil fertility, increases productivity, and mitigates environmental risks. By designing a farm that mimics natural ecosystems, farmers can reduce input costs, improve profitability, and build resilience against climate and economic fluctuations. Soil fertility is not merely the result of a nutrient presence, but rather the emergent property of a dynamic, living system shaped by the interactions among organic matter, microbial communities, and management practices. In regenerative and sustainable farming systems, building and maintaining this foundation is essential for long-term productivity and resilience. Organic matter is central to soil fertility. Derived from decomposed plant and animal residues, it serves multiple functions, improving soil structure, enhancing water retention, increasing cation exchange capacity, and buffering pH fluctuations. Most critically, organic matter acts as a long-term reservoir of nutrients, slowly mineralized by microbial action into plant-available forms. A 1% increase in soil organic matter can enhance water holding capacity by over 20,000 gallons per acre, an invaluable buffer against drought. Microbial life is the engine that drives nutrient cycling and plant health. Bacteria, fungi, especially mycorrhizal fungi, and other microorganisms decompose organic matter, fix atmospheric nitrogen, and solubilize phosphorus and other minerals otherwise inaccessible to plants. This biologically mediated fertility is more stable and efficient than synthetic inputs alone. Moreover, many microbes form symbiotic relationships with plants, enhancing immune function and increasing resilience against stressors. Management practices such as composting, mulching, and applying targeted amendments are essential for maintaining and enhancing these natural processes. Compost introduces stable organic matter and microbial inoculants, while mulch conserves moisture, regulates temperature, and provides slow nutrient release. Strategic amendments such as rock phosphates, lime, or biochar correct imbalances and enhance soil function when used based on soil testing. A systems-based fertility plan builds not only nutrient richness, but also ecological function. Sustainable farms emphasize these biological foundations, reducing dependence on synthetic fertilizers while improving yield stability, soil health, and ecosystem services. The result is a fertile living soil capable of supporting diverse crops, livestock, and long-term farm success. In regenerative systems, annual crop production must be approached with careful attention to maintaining and enhancing soil fertility across short growing cycles. Annual crops are often associated with higher soil disturbance and nutrient removal, but with the right strategies, these systems can build soil rather than degrade it. Crop rotation is a cornerstone of fertility management in annual systems. Repeated planting of the same crop depletes specific nutrients and fosters pest and disease cycles. By rotating crop families such as legumes, brassicas, and solanaceous plants, farmers disrupt pest life cycles, reduce the disease pressure, and balance nutrient demand across seasons. Incorporating legumes in the rotation adds an additional benefit: biological nitrogen fixation through rhizobium bacteria in root nodules, reducing the need for synthetic nitrogen. Cover cropping between annual cash crops is a high leverage strategy for soil improvement. Species like crimson clover and hairy vetch fix nitrogen and contribute organic matter, while grasses like cereal rye and oats scavenge residual nutrients and prevent erosion. When terminated, these cover crops form a mulch layer that suppresses weeds and enhances soil microbial activity as they decompose. Cover crops also contribute root exudates and feed beneficial microbial populations and promote aggregate formation, improving soil structure and aeration. Reduced tillage or no-till planting techniques are increasingly recognized as essential for maintaining soil integrity. While tillage can temporarily ease planting and weed control, it disrupts soil microbiota, breaks up aggregates, and oxidizes organic matter. Practices such as shallow cultivation, broad forking, or the use of no-till seed drills preserve microbial habitats and reduce compaction. Maintaining residue on the surface also enhances moisture retention and moderates soil temperatures. By implementing these practices, farmers growing annual crops can regenerate soil fertility, reduce input dependency, and improve long-term productivity, meeting both economic and ecological goals in a sustainable manner. Perennial crops play a vital role in regenerative and sustainable farming systems due to their capacity to build and maintain long-term soil health. Unlike annuals, perennials establish deep and persistent root systems that function continuously across seasons. This biological continuity results in enhanced soil structure, stabilized nutrient cycling, and improved ecological function. Fruit trees, berry bushes, and other perennial crops act as nutrient cyclers and soil stabilizers. Their roots not only draw nutrients from deep subsoil layers, making them available to upper rhizosphere, but also exude compounds that feed soil microbial communities. These living root systems reduce soil erosion by anchoring soil particles, while leaf litter and prunings contribute organic matter that fosters topsoil formation and microbial activity. Agroforestry systems, which combine perennials with annual crops or livestock, further extend these benefits. Silvopasture and alley cropping are examples where perennials offer shade, wind protection, and enhanced nutrient cycling. The perennial canopy buffers temperature extremes and increases water infiltration, helping to create a resilient microclimate. These systems promote biodiversity above and below ground by providing diverse habitats, fostering predator-prey balance, and supporting pollinator populations. Importantly, perennials also contribute significantly to carbon sequestration, locking atmospheric CO2 and biomass, and soil organic matter. The deep-rooting nature of many perennial species, such as comfrey, elderberry, tree nuts, accesses moisture and minerals from deeper horizons, improving drought resilience and mineral availability in the surface soil layers. This characteristic not only builds soil fertility, but also makes the farm more climate resilient. Incorporating perennials into small-scale farm systems is a strategic way to reduce reliance on tillage and synthetic inputs. They create a more stable, biologically active, and self-renewing soil environment, aligning with both ecological stewardship and long-term productivity goals of regenerative agriculture. Integrating livestock into crop production systems is a cornerstone of regenerative agriculture, offering multiple benefits for soil fertility, biodiversity, and overall farm resilience. When managed carefully, animals become dynamic agents of soil regeneration, nutrient cycling, and ecological balance. Rotational grazing in particular mimics the natural movement patterns of wild herbivores and has been shown to improve pasture quality and soil structure significantly. By moving animals through a series of paddocks, farmers allow rest periods for forage regrowth while avoiding overgrazing. This practice promotes dense, diverse plant cover, increases root mass, and enhances microbial activity in the soil. The impact of hooves breaks up soil crusts, improving water infiltration, while the manure deposited across the pasture adds organic matter and nutrients directly to the soil. Poultry and small ruminants such as chickens, goats, ducks, and sheep are especially valuable in diversified systems. These animals are efficient converters of food waste and forages into high-quality manure that can be composted or applied directly to fields, boosting fertility and soil carbon content. Chickens and ducks also aid in pest control, scratching and foraging through crop residues and manure piles, reducing fly populations and parasite loads. Bees and other pollinators don't contribute to soil fertility in the direct nutrient sense, but they are essential for ecosystem health and productivity. By ensuring the pollination of flowering crops and cover species, they enhance biodiversity, crop yield, and seed viability. A biodiverse farm landscape that supports pollinators also tends to have healthier soils due to the presence of flowering cover crops, hedgerows, and perennial plantings. Ultimately, livestock are more than just producers of meat, milk, and eggs. They are integral partners in creating a closed-loop, biologically rich, and nutrient-efficient farming system that supports long-term soil health and fertility. Resilience is not just a concept in sustainable agriculture. It is a functional requirement for farms facing economic volatility, climate instability, and soil degradation. A resilient farm plan integrates multiple layers of ecological function, economic planning, and regenerative practices to ensure long-term productivity and health. At the heart of resilience is a closed-loop fertility system that integrates crops and livestock. This system minimizes reliance on external inputs by cycling nutrients within the farm. Livestock contribute manure, which can be composted or applied directly to fields, while crop residues feed soil microbes or animal diets. This integration reduces waste, improves nutrient use efficiency, and bolsters soil organic matter, all while diversifying farm outputs, and revenue streams. Climate resilience is another critical component of a sustainable farm. Extreme weather events such as prolonged droughts, intense rainfall, and late frosts demand systems that buffer against shocks. Techniques like diversified planting schedules, multi-species cover cropping, and perennial root systems build adaptive capacity into the landscape. No-till or reduced-till practices combined with mulching and organic matter additions improve water retention and reduce runoff, helping soils withstand drought and flood conditions. Economic sustainability is equally vital. Diversified operations featuring annual and perennial crops, livestock, and value-added products help farmers adapt to changing markets and reduce financial risk. Local and regional supply chains, direct-to-consumer marketing, and participation in cooperative networks further enhance farm resilience. Ultimately, the regenerative practices are not only about soil health, they are about creating a feedback loop where ecological vitality and economic viability reinforce one another. A resilient farm is not static, it evolves, adapts, and thrives by working in concert with natural systems. Through thoughtful integration and long-term vision, farmers can build operations that endure and regenerate for future generations.